And thanks everybody for coming. We're here today, and I'm very excited to be here and great to see so many of you. And thanks for traveling as well. So, what are we here to do today? We're playing a bit of to start anyway. The first half of the show is going to be some British folk revival. What does that mean? That's basically two bands. We're going to be doing some covers of their music. They take traditional English folk songs and they do them in sort of a rock kind of a style. Specialised recorded this first song in 1970. The first song, it's one of the oldest in the set. It's also definitely, it's one of the most violent in the set as well. It's called the Black Leg Miner, and it's a striking song, or not so much a striking song about the miners in England. It's about what would happen to you if you broke the strike and went to work. So they do awful things. The striking miners would do terrible, terrible things to the miners who went back to work before the strike was over. So we're going to kick off with it. It's called the Black Leg Miner. Hope you enjoy it.
And his picks as well, and they hoy them down to the pit of hell. Down you go and fare you well, you dirty black leg miner. They rub wet clay in the blackleg's face. Around the hills they run a foot race to catch the blackleg miner. So don't go near the Secular mines. Across the way they stretch a line to catch the throat and break the spine of the dirty blackleg miner. Creeps to work in his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. So join the union while you may. Don't wait till your dying day, for that may not be far away. You dirty blackleg miner. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. So that's the Blackleg Miner. Next up, we're on to another song from Specialised. This one is a bit, well, it's an equally old English folk song. Don't know the exact origin of this one, but they recorded it on their 2006 album. So it's one of the more modern recordings in the set. And it's a traditional English folk ballad called The Bonny Black Hare. It sounds like it's about going to hunt for a rabbit, and that is what it's about in the beginning, but it's actually much less innocent than that if you have a listen to the words. Okay, so I won't say any more about that one. Are we all good to go for the Bonny Black Hare? We are. All right, hope you enjoy it. This is the Bonny Black Hare.
on my shoulder. To the woodside it strayed, in search of some game there. If the weather proved fair, to see could I get a shot at the bonny black hair. I met a young girl there with a face like a rose. Her skin was as fair as the lily that blows. Says I'm a fair maiden, why ramble you so? Can you tell me where the bonny black hair to go? The answer she gave me, her answer was no. But it's under my apron, they say it to go. And if you'll not deceive me, I vow and declare we'll both go together to hunt the bonny black hair. I laid this girl down with her face to the sky. I took out me ramrod and my bullets likewise, saying wrap your legs round me, dig in with your heels. For the closer we get, love, the better it feels. The birds they were singing in the bushes and trees, and the song that they sang was she's easy to please. I felt her heart quiver and I knew what I'd done. Says I have you had enough of my off-spotted gun? The answer she gave me, her answer was nay. It's not often young sportsmen like you come this way. Well, if your powder is good and your bullets play fair, why don't you keep firing at the bonny black hair? Me powder's all wet and my bullets are spent, and I can't fire a shot, for it's choked out the fence. But I'll be back in the morning, and if you are still here, we'll both go together to hunt the bonny black
Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, next up, we're moving to another English folk band of a similar style. This was also recorded in 1970 by the other big band of this style, which was Fairport Convention. It's a song called Matty Groves, and it's a bit of an epic folk ballad. It's very dramatic. It's all about a lowly peasant by the name of Matty Groves and a highly lord called Lord Donald, and Lord Donald's wife, who shall remain anonymous. She doesn't get a name mentioned in the song. It's the same story as the song Little Musgrave, recorded by Planxty, which some of you might be familiar with. And this is basically what they used before they had, you know, dramatic television series like Game of Thrones and The Tudors. It's got it all. It's got adultery and a bit of murder and
in the end, there's a bloody sword fight, and only one of the three main characters survives. And I won't tell you who that is, so you can figure it out at the end of the 19 verses that Abby's going to sing for us. Okay, here we go. This is Matty Groves. Hope you enjoy it.
She walked out to see fine ladies there.
Thank you very much, everybody. All right, now next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move it over to Ireland for some Celtic rock. And I'm very privileged to welcome to the stage Cillian, Shannon, and Claire Fennell. So I'll give them a warm welcome to the stage. So for the first three songs there, we were doing the British folk revival that came from England in the 1970s. And this next song is a bit different. Well, first of all, it's from an Irish group called Moving Hearts, and it followed it in the 80s. 1981, this was released on Moving Hearts' debut album called Moving Hearts also. And it's a song written by an American folk singer called Jim Page, but in true Christy Moore style. This one's it's all about the evils of the man, the evils of the powers that be. It's about the tension that followed World War II as all the world powers were playing around with the idea of nuclear warfare. So I think there's only one song that matches that description. It's called Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian Roulette. And try saying that 3 times quickly. And that's exactly what we've got to do, isn't it, Cormac? All right, here we go. This is Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian Roulette. Hope you enjoy it. They dropped a bomb in 95 to end the World War. No one had ever seen such a terrible sight before. The world looked on with eyes wide to see where it might lead. The politics of power, they passed around their seed. It was a time to remember that we never can forget. They were playing Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian Roulette. They arose like the saviors of our modern human race. With radiation halos, they hung about their face. With the key to the sure cure, the treatment of our ills. A hot shot of cobalt and a pocket full of pills. Speaking always of the enemy who lives across the sea, while they crept in among us like a carrier disease. Deep down inside the bunkers of the concrete and the lead, Einstein's disciples working steadily ahead, making heavy metal power plants to fire the city lights. All you can hear in the underground is the humming through the night, and the walls of tight security circle all around, where they spill out their poison and they bury it in the ground. Rolled up in the harbors, hidden secretly away. Warheads and submarines, they wait to make their play. Military masterminds improve on their design. The soldiers get all doped up and they stumble through the line, and then the spills into the rivers get carried up by the tide. They call this security, we're not satisfied. Our statesmen and leaders and politicians pay, quick to heed the hand that feeds, they're careful what they say. They call out experts to assure us to wave the magic wands. This is the power of the future, and the future marches on. And then they call in all their favors, all the political gains, while the spills fill the rivers and settle in the place. They've caused the death of millions, that's their stock and trade. They will be afflicted by this fallout that they've made. They seal their own inevitable doom, and it must surely come. Not even the moons of Jupiter will be far enough away to run when this earth that they've assaulted begins to turn around, and the unavoidable gravity sucks them to the ground. I know the minds behind them, they are riddled full of holes, not to be trusted with their hands at the controls. Their eyesight it is twisted by the glory of their careers. They heaps of praise and flattery is music to their ears. Well, to listen to them talk about how it hasn't happened yet, it's like playing Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian Roulette. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian roulette. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Russian roulette. Yeah. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Whew. And now, to complete the band, I'd like you to welcome the wonderful Claire McHugh on piano to the stage, everybody. Whew. So after that, I think we'd better mellow things out a bit, right? We're going to move to Scotland this time. Yeah, we're going to slow things down with a beautiful song written by a man named Ian Sinclair in the 1970s, and it's called the King Shilling. It's all about taking the King Shilling, which means to go to war for the king. But it seems at the beginning like the song is a patriotic war song, march, and you see the soldiers in all their glory marching to war. But it's my favorite song in the set because that's not what it's about at all. It's disguised as a patriotic war song, but at the end you see, no, it's the bloody reality of war comes to surface, and you see that it's not all it's cracked up to be. So we are heavily influenced in this song by a transatlantic sessions recording with the folk singer James Taylor and Karen Casey, who resides right here in Cork. So I hope you enjoy this. This is our version of the King Shilling. Hope you enjoy.
Oh, my love has left me with bay winds twa, and that's the last of him I ever saw. He joined the army and he marched to war. He took the shilling, now he's off to war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King Shilling and you're off to war.
Well, did he look as he marched along, with his kilt and spurring and his musket blown? The ladies tipped him as he marched along. He sailed out by the broomy lawn. Well, the pipes did play as he marched along, and the soldiers sang out a battle song. March on, cried the captain gay. For king and country, we will fight today. Come laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King Shilling and you're off to war.
Of drums, and the bayonets flashed in the morning sun. The drums did beat and the cannons roared, and the shilling didn't seem, no, the shilling didn't seem much worth the war.
Well, the men they fought and the men did fall, cut down by bayonet and musket ball. Many of these brave young men would never fight for the king again. Come laddies, come, hear you'll die in war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King's shilling and you'll die in war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the King's shilling and you'll die in war. You'll die in war.
Die in war.
Die in war. Come laddies, come.
Thank you very much, everybody. That's one of my favorites in the set. Well, that absolutely flew by. Half an hour, 6 songs. It's nothing really, is it? Well, thank you all very much for coming today. First of all, I better say a few thank yous. I want to thank Barry on sound and everybody down the back on the media team. They've done a fantastic job all week for all the Specialised. I'd like to thank Johnny, my teacher, for all his guidance throughout the semester. Thank you very much. Of course, I couldn't have done it without this amazing band, everybody. Let's hear for Claire on piano. We've got Emmett on acoustic guitar and electric guitar. Chris on drums. Cormac on bass and double bass. We've got Claire on pipes and whistles of all shapes and sizes. 2 Claires, Claire Fennell and Claire McHugh, yeah. And we've got Killian over here on mandolin and bouzouki. Let's hear for Killian. Another Claire man, up the banner. And of course, let's hear for Abby on fiddle and vocals. Amazing stuff all together, yeah. Woo. Yeah. So this last song in the set, it's the most modern one of the set. We're going to finish up with it, and it's from the writing of Shane MacGowan. I personally think it's his best work. It's a song reflecting on life and love and times gone by, and it's just a great piece of art, I think, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to leave you with this one. Thank you all for coming. This is A Rainy Night in Soho. Thank you very much.
I've been loving you a long time. Down all the years, down all the days. And I cried for all your troubles, smiled at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we saw them as they fell. Some of them fell into heaven, some of them fell into hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped in to your arms. On a rainy night in Soho, the wind was whistling all its charm. I'm not dreaming of the future, I'm not told you all your joys. Whatever happened to that old song? To all those little girls and boys. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, a ginger lady by my bed, covered in a cloak of silence. I hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future, I'm not dreaming of the past, I'm not talking about the first time. I never think about the last. Now the song is nearly over. We may never find out what it means. Still there's a light I hold before me. You're the measure of my dreams, the measure of my dreams. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thank you.